Alright guys, so before we get into this video, yes, I'm going to talk to you about foottrading.co.uk again. You guys have shown insane support on this, but you guys are making a lot of coins from it. So thank you for all the support you've shown on that. And again, hopefully you guys are continuing to make the millions you've been making. But for those of you who don't know what foottrading.co.uk is, essentially it's a website that was built by myself and Dan, aka V273, who is here, to bring together our knowledge of FIFA trading into one place where you guys can learn to trade, and we basically help you to trade. First thing to note is there are free trading guides on here. Anyone can use these. What are you waiting for? Go and check them out. They're completely free. It teaches you about trading with special cards, silvers, and icons. And they're comprehensive. Read them once, twice, 3 times. Learn how to trade with these cards, because not everyone can afford to sub to us, and we understand that. That's why we bring out the content that's free to help you guys out. It also has, for £10 a month, buying prices. This includes buying prices at the moment for over 1,000 special cards. Yesterday's update, I believe, I can tell you right now, had 1,054 special cards on there. It has buying and selling prices for both of them, for all of them, sorry. You cannot make a loss on them as long as you're following that. Silver prices on there, buying and selling prices for when we get silver supply, but every single profitable silver filter on this game is on the website. And icons, we had over 220, I think, yesterday. Icons on there, 230 it was yesterday. 230 icons with buying and selling prices for those cards. Again, I've been using it in the icon trading videos I've been showing you guys in terms of how to make coins. And also, when we think it's worthy and there's a point in doing it, we bring up Thursday flips. Thursday flips essentially can make you a lot of coins. I know someone last week, again, made, I think, 800,000 coins just off the Thursday flips alone by buying into a few of them and making quite heavy profit. That is tier 1. Tier 2 gets you access to live filters. Live filters, in my opinion, is the most OP thing on the website. When you guys watched my video and I bought into Santi Cazorla's, and obviously Cazorla took a massive hit, I made most of my profit, my loss back from that in 2 hours on live filters. I made 400,000 coins from one of those filters in literally 2 hours. It was insane. We also have a chem style calculator that we built from scratch, and a brand new feature we brought in is a thing called My Trade Storage. We built this from scratch. In fact, Dan built it from scratch, I'm not even going to lie. Basically what you do is you pop in your player name, the player rating, the price you paid, the sold price, and your profit you made after tax, which you can work out here. It tells you exactly what you get, and you submit it, and it will give you an idea of the profits you are making, and allows you to keep track of how much coins you have made from the website or any other trades that you have made. But that's foottrading.co.uk, £10 for tier 1, £15 for tier 2, but there are also free guides on there that you guys can check out. Check it out, let's get into the video. Yo guys, welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, please do consider subscribing down below. Clicking the like button, all that good stuff is massively appreciated. This video is, I guess, my experience as a champ so far this week, and I guess a lot of my anger, and a lot of the anger the community has with the state of, I'm not going to say the gameplay, because I don't think the gameplay is as bad as everyone said it is this year. I've said this before. I don't think the gameplay is as bad as people think it is. The problem is that the EA servers just cannot handle the game. That's the long and short of it. The gameplay itself is alright. The thought process behind the gameplay is okay. The thought process behind a lot of what has happened on the game this year is okay. It's the execution of it that's the problem. But we are talking about, again in this video, we're going to be talking about the no loss glitch and just in general DCs. So first thing we're going to do is roll a clip of me essentially winning in a game and what happened, and then we're going to talk about it afterwards. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is the clip that we want to talk about. Notice the guy's name is Adrian Hacker. Just notice that. Because this is what happened. So we are dominating him at this point. It was 2-1 up, but we're all over him. And he's had to, I've hit the post 3 times, I think. Take the ball off him on another attack. Bang. It kicks me off the servers. And yeah. Let's talk about that. Alright, so those who don't watch my channel know, especially recently, I've been a consistent Elite 3 player, especially the last few weeks. I said I wanted to get better at the game, so I went out and I trained up and got better, basically. I watched videos, I watched FIFA Analyst, all those people, learning how to get better at the game, and I've consistently got better, more consistent in the way that I play, and that's that, right? So for the last few weeks, I've been getting Elite rewards. I'm pushing on and doing well. Last week, I won 16 games in a row to hit Elite. But this week, I've had 4 disconnections. And now, one of them, I was drawing in and I didn't get the loss for, so that is what it is. In 3 of them, I was winning, and in 3 of them, I got the loss after disconnecting. And I've seen it everywhere. People saying to me, "Are you sure it's not your internet? Are you sure it's not this?" No, it's not my internet. I've a dedicated line pretty much because this is my job. I make sure it's good. I've spoken to them before and been like, "What is going on?" They're like, "There's no problem on our end." They're probably going to say that, but you never know. But the problem that I've got with the DC situation with EA right now is this is their premier game mode. Foot Champions is the game mode that basically separates the best from the worst, etc. All that sort of stuff. I don't really like using that terminology, but that essentially that's what it is. It's ranking people based upon their skill level. But when you get DCs, you're not being ranked up on your skill level if when you get those DCs, you're getting a loss. Now, I am not saying if you disconnect from the game that you should be given the win if you're winning. Because I think we had a situation like that earlier in the year with Div Rivals and people were quitting out of the game, being given the win, and it's ridiculous. If I go 1-0 up, I just DC myself and get a win. Like, there's no point. But should you get a loss when you're winning? Not at all. Why on earth would someone who's winning quit the game? It makes no sense whatsoever. So the minimum you should have to do is replay that game again. Now, there should be a way in this day and age that EA can work out who's disconnected and award a win accordingly. So they sometimes can do that, but at the moment it doesn't seem like that. But there is, without a doubt, and I talked about it in the previous video, there is a no loss glitch on this game. There is no way you're telling me Mr. Adrian Hacker did not no loss glitch. There's no way you're telling me that. Last week I looked at, I believe it was at Corey B. I think it was Corey B. Or was it Menya? No, it was a Menya. And there was a guy last week who finished, like, I think top 100 or elite, having lost 13 games or something like that. And because what he'd done is no loss glitched, and you can see it in the Champions channel, you can see all the losses he's got, but he no loss glitched and then went and won games instead. And anyone that tells me it doesn't exist, I see people go, are you sure it's not your internet? No, it's not my internet. I can't fathom it. I can't fathom it. But I'm also going to show you now, this is David Myler, for example. Video here, changing his name to DC United. Not sure if I'll finish a Foot Champs games tomorrow. Just so disinterested, DCs all the time. And this Matos guy. So I've never seen this guy before. I've got to be honest. I didn't know that he existed. Now I do. But so he gets a penalty here. It's 1-1 in the 40th minute. I think the man gets sent off if I'm not mistaken. The guy gets sent off if I'm pretty sure. And then disconnect. And I don't think he gets a loss in that one. I don't think he gets a loss in that game, in all honesty. I don't think he gets a loss at all. But the problem that I've got with it is, firstly, he should take the penalty, and no matter what happens, but that person is just disconnected. If he has no loss glitch, if he has, just denied him what would probably be a legitimate win. So that's the first thing. And the second thing in this as well is, if you're drawing 1-1, you've got a penalty. How is there not a system whereby EA can go with the other penalties so you can have the win for this? And it's just frustrating the life out of me that this is their Premier game mode and it still hasn't been fixed. There's a problem with their servers. There's a problem with it, and it's denying people what ranks they should get. Now, I've still got a chance of getting elite this week. I've still got a chance. Whether I do it or not is another matter. I don't think I can afford to lose another game. But 4 games have been taken out of my hand. 4 games. And that is a joke. When you think about that, that's over 10% of the games I play in the weekend. I'm allowed, it's for elite, I can lose 7 games in a weekend. 4 of those games that I can lose have been taken from me. I've lost 3 so far this weekend where they've just been outplayed. Full stop, I've been outplayed. They've been better players than me, I've no doubt about it. The guy that drew, I was doing better than him at. One of the guys that disconnected, I was 2-1 up in, I think. He was a good player. So I don't know if I would have won that game. But if he's disconnected, why am I getting a loss? Why am I getting a loss when he's DC'd? But it all comes down to the fact that EA haven't fixed it. And why haven't EA fixed this issue? We've looked at other things this year. So when FIFA points are broken, fix it in an hour. When certain things that mean you're spending coins on the game and spending money on the game are fixed, they're fixed straight away. Obviously, they're a business. They're not going to want to lose out on money. But the bugbear that I've got with this whole situation is the reason EA haven't fixed this, in my opinion, the reason why EA have not fixed this is because they'd have to reparate. They would have to say to people, we know full well there's a gigantic glitch on our game that is denying you the rank that you would have got. So for me, for example, if I finish gold 1 this week, right? Let's say I get gold 1 this week. And those 3 games that I'm winning in, like I got losses for, those 3 wins added to my total give me an elite ranking. That's 3 ultimate tots, 3 ultimate tots in a pack and 3 picks. It means EA have got to repair it. So what do we get instead? Radio silence. Absolute radio silence. No reference to this other than to tell people to check their routers. Now, I'm sorry, it is going around Twitter from everywhere, from all angles. And you've got proof in that Amenya post. Go and have a look at it. His name's King Amenya. You've probably seen him before. Hilarious guy, great streamer, brilliant guy. Go and have a look at his Twitter and have a look at it. A guy who got like 13 losses or something like that finished top 100. I believe top 100. Either that or it was elite. How on earth are you telling me that a guy who got 13 losses glitched his way to that and EA did nothing about it? And it all comes down to the fact that it's a big workload to turn around to people and say, hang on, for the last 4 or 5 weeks, we've seen a rise in this glitch. We've seen a rise in the fact that DCs are happening and occurring. And we now need to give back to you guys for the ranks you should have got. Now, it sounds a bit salty. I'm not going to lie to you. I am a little bit salty. I'm not going to pretend to you like I'm not. But that's because I work hard to get better at this game. I've ground out as much as I can. And I'm being denied a rank, or potentially being denied a rank, that I deserve to get. Because people like Adrian, goddamn hacker, are literally glitching the game. Like, I DM'd him, didn't hear back. You tend to know people. If someone DM me saying that you're hacking, I'm like, well, no, I'm not, you twat, basically. But it's that problem. And it's been a recurring theme all year with problems on this game. And don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying this game this year. Like, I'm not enjoying gameplay, but the menus, I've enjoyed grinding that. And I've probably enjoyed it more than I've ever enjoyed it. I probably enjoyed grinding the menus more than I ever have done. And that's even with EA nerfing everything. Untradeable packs, terrible League SBC rewards, all that sort of stuff. I've enjoyed grinding it, but I think that's because the menus are a route away from the gameplay. I was watching Pieface last night, and he was in a penalty shootout, and he had his keeper dived the right way both times, and the ball went underneath his arm. And there's no way that Pieface can make the keeper's arm come down, and he went mental, and he had a right to go mental. And then what did he immediately do? Jump onto packs, because it's a getaway from the gameplay. And now all of this encompasses into the most important point here. EA aren't fixing this because it's not making the money. If anything, it's not losing the money. If anything, it's making the money. Because what happens is people go, right, I can't be asked for this, I'm going to go and open packs. Or I can't be bothered with this, I'm going to go and do that SBC and use my coins on it. They need to get those coins back at a later date. They open packs, they spend money, EA make money. That's why EA aren't fixing it. Okay, long and short of it. Every decision that EA make on this game has that $sign mentality in mind. It always has done, it always will do. It's all about the money. And to a degree, do I blame them? No, because this year they made 1.59 billion so far. They made more this year than they made any other year. That's not to say it hasn't slowed down. It has slowed down. I think last year was 1.4 something billion, and the jump before that was sort of 400 million at a time. It's only gone up by, I think, 150 million. And that's with all the promos they brought out this year, the constant bombarding us with promo, spend money. But I had to get this off my chest because I'm sick, and I'm sick to Christ of sitting there feeling bad. Like, I managed to grind it out for the last few weeks, even with the no-loss glitches, but it's just continual. And even if they're not no-loss glitches and they're just DCs, get your servers to handle it because it cannot be everybody's internet. I know they tried to blame Virgin Media at one point, and do not get me wrong, Virgin Media have been terrible in lockdown. They've been shocking. They should be ashamed, like Barris, they should be ashamed of themselves. They've been absolutely diabolical in lockdown. But they tried to blame Virgin Media, and Virgin Media came out and said, no, it's on your end. We're fine our end. There's no problem our end. It's your end. And it's the way that EA do things, pass the buck. However, we have now got a new server in London. I believe another new one towards Eastern Europe, if I'm not mistaken. We've got 2 new servers, so it shows that they are spending a bit of money. So credit to them for that. I'll give them that. But I think EA are in trouble, and we're in trouble if the gameplay is like it is now next year. I legitimately believe we've got big problems. Because you set your whole game up, and it's not just Ultimate Team, the whole of FIFA is set up and geared towards FUT Champions. Obviously, Ultimate Team being the premier game mode. I can see people getting sick of it. People are getting sick of it. People are getting worn out by it. And people are getting stressed out by it. And it's supposed to be fun. This game is supposed to be fun. And there's no fun aspect to it when this crap's happening. But people are getting tired of it. And I'm looking at pros and watching pros play. And I know a few of the pros. And I'm talking to them. And they're like, I'm telling you now, people are getting wound up now. And there's talk about pros essentially not boycotting as such, but being a lot more vocal and angry in what they're saying and what they're doing. And I think EA have a big problem on their hands. I think they've got a big problem on their hands. I think they need to reevaluate FIFA 21 and what it stands for. I'm going to be blunt with you. I think there are certain employees within FIFA 21 that shouldn't be there. I'm going to be blunt with you, and I'm not going to name them as such, but I think we know who we're talking about. Their content manager, for example, who was adamant he was going to make this better for the community and really drive the community on and help the community, and actually just basically came over and took a dump on all of us because the money signs and dollar signs from EA did. The community guys have to go. It needs to be revamped. And the whole game needs to come back to the people again. Because yes, EA are making money, but it's only so long you can push people before they say, right, I've had enough. And I think a lot of the big guys are starting to say, right, I've had enough. I call it FIFA fatigue. At this point in the year, there's FIFA fatigue. People are a bit bored of the game. It's getting towards the end of its life cycle. And I'm seeing people getting more antsy and more annoyed and more peed off by what is going on this game. And I don't think people stay silent for much longer. But that's just my thoughts on the DCs and the no-loss glitches and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to be blunt. If you are the sort of person that uses the no-loss glitch and you're subscribing to me, unsubscribe. I don't like cheaters. Like, learn the game, get better at the game like everybody else does. I don't see a reason or justifiable reason for cheaters. I'm going to be honest with you in that. But if you are feeling down by the game this week and it's got you down, it's upset you or whatever's happening and you're stressed out with the DCs or whatever it is that's going on, or the terrible gameplay this weekend, don't let it get to you. Just grind the menus, have fun on the menus and whatnot, and just the gameplay is a means to an end. It's the worst part of this game. It's sad to say that, but it realistically is. The menus can be enjoyable though, they really can be. Make sure you check out my essentially hoping to trade to 5 million in a week on this account, lads. Make sure you check that out. But that is going to be the end of the video. As always, if you're new around here, please do consider subscribing down below, clicking the like button, all that good stuff. It's massively appreciated. But for now, lads, I am out. Peace out. I will speak to you soon.